Hello 99G, this is Mujahid Sartawi and welcome to the 27th of April class. Today we will solve the second exam quiz. Uh, so I made it as a PDF file, but it contains the same questions that you had in Microsoft Teams. So let's go to question number one, which had 4 marks. Four statements about cookies are shown in the table below. Study each statement. So, tick to show whether the statement is true or false. The first one, cookies are a form of spyware. Of course, they are not. They are not used as a spyware. They are used only in advertising. Of course not. It's not only for advertising. It's used for collecting the preferences of the users and what they are doing online. They are used to track browser use. Yes, that's right. So this is correct because it registers all the websites that the user entered and collect the preferences of the user. The last one, they act in the same way as a virus. Of course not, because they are not viruses. They are not viruses and they are not spywares. Let's go to question number two. 5 descriptions and 5 security issues are shown below. Draw a line to connect each description to the correct security issue. Hacking, farming, phishing, spyware, and virus. Let's go to the first one in the list here. Malicious code installed on the hard drive of a user's computer or on the web server. This code will redirect user to a fake website without their consent. So this is farming. Software that gathers information by monitoring key presses on a user's computer and relays the information back to the person who sent the software. This is spyware. And program or code that replicates itself and is designed to amend, delete, or copy data and files on a user's computer without their consent. This is a virus. And the act of gaining illegal access to a computer system without the owner's consent, this is called hacking. So this action is called hacking. Creator of a code sends out a legitimate looking email in the hub of gathering personal and financial data. It requires the recipient to follow a link in the email or open attachment. So this is called a phishing. Let's go down and see question number 3. Complete the following by writing either compiler, interpreter, assembler in the spaces provided. First of all, something that translates source file or source code into object code. This is called a compiler. Number 2, translates low-level language into machine code. This is the assembler. And finally, stops the execution of a program as soon as it encounters an error, and this is called the interpreter. Question number 4. Name each of the potential security issues described in the 5 statements below. This first statement, the act of gaining unauthorized access to a computer system. Of course, this action is called a hacking. This is the security issue of hacking. Number 2, program code that can replicate itself with the intention of deleting or corrupting files stored in a computer system, which is virus. A small file sent by a web server to a web browser every time the user visits the website. Data about user preferences is collected. This is cookies. The act of illegally changing the source code of a program so that it can be exploited to another user, to another use. This is called cracking. malicious code installed on a user's hard drive or a web server which redirects the user to a fake website without their knowledge. This is called farming. This is all about the quiz. Now let's move to the other part, which is reviewing chapter 8. And I want you to watch this guide with me.
Chapter 8: Security and Ethics. When a user logs onto a website, Secure Sockets Layer (SSL) encrypts the data so that only the user's computer and the web server can make sense of what is being transmitted. A user knows that SSL is being applied when they see HTTPS and a padlock in the status bar at the top of the screen. Let's see what happens when a user wants to access a secure website. The user's browser asks the website to identify itself. The website sends back a copy of its SSL certificate. If the browser is satisfied that the certificate can be authenticated, it sends a reply, and SSL encrypted two-way data transfer occurs. In encryption, a key is applied to a message to change its content and make it unreadable unless the recipient also has a key to decrypt the message. The sender uses a key to encrypt the message. In symmetric encryption, the sender must give both the key and the ciphertext to the receiver. The receiver uses the key to decrypt the message. This process contains a security risk known as the key distribution problem. When Alex sends Joseph the key, it could be intercepted by Andy. The message could then be read by Andy. We need a way for Alex and Joseph to work out the key to use without sending it between them. Here is how the keys are worked out. The sender and the receiver each think of a value that they keep secret. Alex is the sender, and her value is called X. Joseph is the recipient, and his value is called Y. They both put their values into the same algorithm. The algorithm gives them each a new number, calculated by raising 7 to the power of X or Y, and then dividing by 11. The output is the remainder. For Alex, 7 to the power of 2 is 49. Divide 49 by 11 to get 4 remainder 5. So Alex gets 5 and Joseph gets 3. Now they swap numbers. They each use their own secret number with the other person's public number. The algorithm raises the other person's public number to the power of their private number, and then divides by 11. The output is the remainder. For Alex, 3 to the power of 2 is 9. Divide 9 by 11 to get 0 remainder 9. So Alex and Joseph both get the answer 9. Now they have the same encryption key, even though they didn't communicate it. This ensures its security.
Okay, thank you. This is all for today. See you next time.